fought in World War II. My uncle fought in Nam. My father was too young. He went to school and met my mom. And her dad always told us stories around dinner time. And there's one he told when I was young that sticks out in my mind. He said 10 years after Daddy taught me about the birds and bees, I was stranded.
So hello everybody, welcome to the Red Clay Music Foundry. Thank you so much for being brave enough to come out here and join us this evening. We appreciate you being here with all our heart and all our soul and all our everything. So I've got a couple of things I need to let you know about. First of all, when you get up from your seat, please put your mask on as you travel around the building. If you need to go to the restroom, they're in the lobbies. There's a bar in the lobby. We gave you a little sheet of paper with a text number on it. You have a cell phone that's a throwaway that you can call, and we promise we'll never call you again on that number. But if you call tonight or text tonight and tell them you'd like a drink, we'll be happy to bring it from the bar to you right where you're sitting. So that's one of the things we do for you. We also would like to mention to you that there is a live stream going on right now on YouTube at EOP Live. Hello to you folks watching. We appreciate you tuning in. And we're streaming all our shows live because we have a very limited capacity in here. I got to do a shout out to the McGees and the Bomars who have been to every single show that we've had here live. And that's really special. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And on top of that, now I'm going to throw something out to the McGees because the Bomars actually did a little contribution beyond buying tickets. And that's so special because everyone, like me and like these artists, are struggling right now. And we are because we just can't do what we normally do. So anything that you do to help a struggling artist or a struggling venue or a struggling promoter, well, God bless you. God bless you, God bless you. The best way to do it is to come to these shows because we'll keep you safe as you can be. And we will ensure that stays that way here. So think about joining us for a show if you can. And those folks online, I have 5 names here that have watched every single show and made a contribution at every single show, a healthy contribution. And I want to thank them personally. John Nunnally, the Nuns, John Bearden, Shuli Cohen, Douglas Brown, Randall Hammond. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. So I really, really, really appreciate it. And the artists appreciate it. And I'm sure you didn't know some of the artists, but you did it anyway, and that's really cool. So thanks for that support. Reach out to your representatives and your senators and all those people and tell them that, we got to save our stages because that's real important. So please do that. All right, I'm off the soapbox. That's enough of that crap. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate you being here. Love these boys that are playing this evening. Taylor Alexander grew up right here in this neighborhood. He lives up in Nash Vegas now. Fine young performer and writer, and we're excited to hear him and have him here for y'all and here for y'all on the YouTube stream. And we're going to just sort of go straight through and barrel through the show tonight. So hang in with us. Go Braves, go Dogs, all those things. So sorry for my Yellow Jackets. They just got their asses beat. I mean, they beat down today by Clemson. I hate Clemson. Anyway, if you're a Clemson fan, I'm sorry. I hate Clemson. But kicking off the evening, I want you to sound like you're about 1,000 people right now and give a real nice welcome to James Patrick Morgan.
Never made a meadow or charged under our skin, just exchanging glances till magnetics pulls us in. So hard to break apart, our lips are locked in place, pull us growing stronger, frozen in the space. Girl, I'm drawn to you, no It was magic, it was fate from the moment we first met. Just falling into place. Magnetic pulse was set. Come a little closer, it's a science experiment. Wait, did I say chemistry? Cause anatomy is what I meant. Girl, I'm drawn to you. No easy way around it. When I'm close to you, for me it's just like a magnet. More than just attraction, it's true love and we found it. A basic force of nature. Baby, we just all right, try to get things a little warmed up here. Thanks for being here. I know that everybody, wanted to be here, and some of y'all are streaming, so thank you so much for streaming. I don't even know what the camera for that is, but I'm just saying thank you. You got it right there. Hey, thanks for being here. And for some of you who know how important this is to me, to actually doing a show with original music, thank you so much for being here and tuning in. So I'm going to be doing some songs you know, some songs you may not know, and that's the creative fun of it all. This one I think you will know, though. This is off of an album or an EP called Art Plus Work Equals Love. Goes alone right here. What you're doing, I see you all the time. Or fly your guys around you and beat you all the lines. Know you like attention and the flame that it ignites. I've got a fire for you that'll last longer than tonight. I can take all of this any longer as the beat in my chest gets stronger. So I tap you on your shoulder. I grab your hand and pull you closer, closer. Tonight I'll make you my singing to the sheets like stones. Take care of you, I'll be your home sweet home day. A girl like you should never feel alone. Sure, they can buy you shots. They can look you up and down and say, "Damn girl, you hot." I'll never make you feel like that's all you got. Baby, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you're not. I can take all of this any longer as the beat in my chest gets stronger. So I tap you on your shoulder. I grab your hand and pull you closer. Tonight I make you my own. Singing to the sheets like stones. Take care of you, I'll be your home sweet home day. A girl like you should never feel alone. Thank you very much. Whew. Haven't got to play much acoustic guitar lately. It's kind of nice to get back to the old friend here. So this one's one of the new ones. It's called Try. And I'm not trying to make this into a marriage counseling session or anything like that, but I was just trying to figure out, what's the real key to making something work? And I think it's effort is one it comes down to. So I wrote a song called Try. Simple as that. Was the best I could find. I always love to see you smile. Drove across town even late at night to get home to you. I give you my all, 'cause you are worth it. Why is it different this time? I look in your eyes, and I know I will try. Find until there was you, a love I could write, breaking down walls built when I was blind. You made it look easy, oh, it was no trouble at all. Your heart reminds me that there's still room in my heart to fall. It's no trouble. You are the reason to try. I give you my all, 'cause you are worthy. Why is it different this time? I look in your eyes, and I know I will try.
Thank you. So that's on the newer side. This next one, I know it's going to be a crowd pleaser, so I want to make sure it's hydrated. So, this is also off of that EP, Art Plus Work Equals Love. I know it's a crowd favorite. It's one of my favorites.
Hands in her lap, they were making fun of me, scaring me, daring me to reach out and say hello. Well, I told myself it was all in my head. She turned to the left as I turned to the red, pulled at my heart as I pulled at the threads of my clothes. And she's a different word. Please, girl, don't get impatient. I can't get you translated. And she's so do you want me? Did you say it? Am I stupid? Am I crazy? I see the signs, but I don't speak the language. Said I gotta go catch me a plane. I hope that I see you when fall comes again. Gave me a hug that you give to a friend. Then she held it longer than thought that she would when I pulled her away. Her mouth didn't move, but the look on her face, something I've never heard, just full of words. Do you want me? Did you say it? Am I stupid? Am I crazy? I see the signs, but I don't speak the language. And all the silence, should I break it?
Thank you very much. All right. Switching guitars here, y'all. Trying to give you the full experience. I know, baby blue. Let's see if this thing sounds pretty. I brought the double neck, but I'm like, that might be overkill. We'll see. This song is, I know, somebody's favorite here. And I'm playing it because people think they want to know something until they find out. And then they wish that to God they didn't know it anymore. This is for those nosy people who regret it. Especially in family and all that. Yeah. So I could smile in my heart, not the wiser. Ignorant bliss, a swing and a miss, no chance to pretend that I dreamt all of it. I think I'll just settle for denial. There are some things I wish I didn't know. There are some truths should stay hidden. Are some signs my heart should not be shown. 'Cause if it were, you won't be forgiven. No evidence, so there can be no trial. Happy to sit here and deny you. Better off not knowing what transpired. 'Cause now I know, and now my mind is wired. Can turn it off, I just need some sleep. I don't want dark clouds looming over me from all these unwanted memories. Rather choose denial over defeat, over defeat. There are some things that I wish I didn't know. There are some truths should stay hidden. Are some signs my heart should not be shown. 'Cause if it were, you won't be forgiven. No evidence, so there can be no trial. Happy to sit here and deny you. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Woo! So now
that was one that was not necessarily released on any kind of record or anything like this one, but the next one is one of the most recent releases. It's on Spotify, it's on Amazon Music, it's on iTunes, all that stuff. So this song is called Vibe.
Here I am floating on the breeze, and now you're here putting chains on me. I'm a restless soul, don't know what I need. Don't baby girl, please don't baby, I'm just so used to being free. I will take a chance when it feels right to me. I say no when I know we got this simplicity. Cause when I make up my mind, we won't waste no time. You won't have to ask me what I'm thinking. You know that's right. We don't need to sign. You know what it's up or how I feel it. Oh, it's perfect. It's magic. It's another kind of high when we vibe. I'll meet you halfway, I'll do my part. You stay on the hunt, always after your heart. Now girl, when we vibe, I lose control. If you capture my mind, you'll have my soul. And I will be whoever you need me to be. Your friend or your lover, if you can vibe with me. Cause when I make up my mind, we won't waste no time. You won't have to ask me what I'm thinking. You know that's right. We don't need to sign. You know what is up or how we feel it. Oh, it's perfect. It's magic. It's another kind of high when we vibe.
Thank you. This is a fun night, y'all. I really appreciate it. It feels perfect outside, so if anything, I'm thanking you for coming in out of that beautiful weather to see this show. This is going to be something off of that album as well called Expected. Thank you. I got a little fan of that one. I appreciate it. Woo! Yeah, well, it's sorry there's no horn section, but apparently with all the stuff I'm about to present here, you're wondering where the horn section is. So this still has a lot of effects on. There we go. So this one is about just being open to the unexpected and the good things that come your way.
you find? It was unspoken, babe, but I know that I am yours and you are mine. Now all of me is right there in your hand. How we got here, I still don't understand. Moving up does not exist. I said I'm not convinced, 'cause oh, I feel it when we kiss. This could be it, not what we expected, but nothing really is. Sometimes the unexpected better than what you. We laid aside preconceived notions, and we drained love's magic potion, and we sank into the deep of the unknown. Moving love does not exist. I said I'm not convinced. Well, I feel it when we kiss. This could be it, not what we expected, but nothing really is. Sometimes the unexpected better than what you. Moving love does not exist. I said I'm not convinced. Oh, I feel it now when we kiss. This could be not what we expected, but nothing really is. Sometimes the unexpected better than what you started with.
There you go. Woo. If I didn't start looking like a Looney Tunes cartoon up here playing all the parts, I would have brought my trombone. So we're just going to hold off on that. This next one is one of my absolute favorites on the new ones. And I always make the joke, I don't know, I grew up, a lot of people making jokes about country music, talking about, like a love song is always about someone stole your car, your wife, or your tractor, or something like that. I don't know. And I was just like, can someone just write a song about it not being the right timing? Because I think that's a little more, on track with what happens. So I wrote this song called Ready for My Love, because sometimes it's just not, Thank you. You're wonderful.
Not ready for my How did our path to love get so divided? I shout from rooftops, but you just hide it. I chose to take a risk, you should try it. But you weren't ready for my love. The truth can hurt. It's just pushing against a brick wall. There's so much work. That's not what love deserves. so high on you, but you don't know what you need. I was what your heart required, but you didn't medicate on me. Always something to distract you, always one more drink. I wasn't asking for your hand, just for you to take a leave, but you weren't ready for my love. The truth can hurt. It's just pushing against a brick wall. There's so much work. That's not what love deserves. Giving someone your world is not enough. They're not ready for. No, they're not ready for. No, you're not ready for my love, my love, my love, my love, my love. Not ready for my love, my love, my love, my love, my love. Not ready for my. My love, my love, my love. Not ready for my love, my love, my love. Not ready for my love. There you go, thank you. So, yeah, thank you very much. And that was always a. Well, I mean, I was talking with Taylor, who's, by the way, going to be awesome coming up. Give it up for Taylor Alexander on the way. And when I was talking backstage, we were just talking about how, I guess, traditionally you think of a love song being like the top seller, but I'm like, some people just are, glutton for punishment. They want those sad songs, those Adele and Sam Smith songs. It's like, well, I guess they're doing well on their private yachts right now, so I guess they sell all right. But so Ready for My Love, But I do mix it around. This one, I didn't want to. This is a brand new one. I don't think I've actually played this online for the streaming or anybody else, but it's called Confused. And I'm not even joking. I'm going to look up the lyrics because it's so new. But this one is about. I think everybody thinks. I don't know, if you're like me, you think that there's like an older wisdom, that somebody knew something that you didn't know, and that might be true, and it might be something you know that they don't know, but in the end, everybody's just confused. And so, you search for answers, so you look up to somebody, and like in the end, I don't know. Maybe we're all just trying to figure it out, because it's just kids having kids having kids. A little too real? All right, here. There's a rhythm to madness. Sometimes we change the tune, but it's just kids having kids having kids. This keeps on turning. We try to improve. They didn't know it all. They never did. And I needed answers, so I looked up to you. But you were just as confused. Say something of use, but honestly I know we're all just as confused. Yeah, yeah. What I wouldn't do for a moment of truth instead of the lies that they feed. Oh, we've come so far, but look where we are, still trying to figure out our basic needs. Like, what do I want and how do I feel? I know it must start with me. And how realize themselves, so they won't be just as confused as me. I needed answers, so I looked up to you, but you were just as confused. And I hope one day I'll say something of use, but honestly I know we're all just as confused. Oh, yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, yeah, oh, we're just as confused.
There you go. Thank you. All right, so right on time. This is doing pretty well. You try to lay out all the songs you want to fit into this show. You're like, all right, what's the time frame? What's the time frame? And what songs am I going to be able to do right or remember the words to at this point? And so I decided to close out at least the original side with this song. If it's not number one, it's a close second to my favorite new one that I hope to put on an album. So please enjoy it, film it, remember it. For God's sakes, tell me and lie to me that it's awesome. So this song is it's called Ghost.
Tell me now, where'd you run up to?
Thank y'all so much. Coming up next is going to be Mr. Taylor Alexander. Stick around, enjoy the rest of your time here. Thanks for being here.
How y'all doing tonight? Thank you for being here.
Well, I've been working in the Georgia sun. I'm just barely getting along. About make a man go insane. It's good old-fashioned pain. They say, boy, you better make amends with the Lord for your trespasses. 'Cause when your money's all been spent, you'll be back on your knees again. It'll find you either way. Turn the boys to men and the meek to brave. It's good old-fashioned pain. Been searching this whole damn world, hell-bent on striking old. There ain't no loving and there ain't no rain, and just good old-fashioned pain. It'll find you either way. Turn the boys to men and the meek to brave. It's good old-fashioned pain. And it'll find you either way. It turns the boys to men, meek to brave. It's good old-fashioned pain. It's good old-fashioned pain. It's good old-fashioned pain. Good old-fashioned pain.
Thank y'all. Thank you for being here. My name's Taylor Alexander. What did y'all think about James Patrick Morgan? We were talking in the green room and realized that we've known each other for just about over 15 years, which is crazy considering that I just turned 29, which means that I've known him since I was 14. Which, man, life goes by so fast, man. But he's a great friend, known him for a whole long time, and I'm really glad that we finally got to do an original show together. Maybe playing a good bit of songs off of a record that I put out last year called Good Old Fashioned Pain. That was the title track. Well, that was a stripped down version of the title track. I figured I might as well not try too hard to make the raucous version that we did on the record by myself, because then it just sounds like I'm trying too hard. Just do it. Well, I liked that way. This next one's called "I Never Asked for Nothing." This is kind of a song about learning how to stick up for yourself in a way. Harmonica thing broke. Well, I never asked for nothing. I never would speak up. Didn't want the trouble. Didn't want to make a fuss. There's just two kinds of people, the haves and the have-nots. I never asked for nothing, so nothing's what I got. Well, she was all I ever wanted, and I was a setting sun, just hell-bent on burning out, for she had the chance to run. Well, I guess I could have asked her, and it was probably worth the shot. I never asked for nothing, so nothing's what I got. It's gonna take a little water for a seed to grow. There ain't a door I ever heard of that opened on its own. So asking you just might receive more often times than not. I never asked for nothing, so nothing's what I got. I have this dream where I'm invited into the house of God, with a porch light shining, but the front door's locked. And I just stand there wondering if I should ring the bell or not. I never asked for nothing, so nothing's what I got. Well, it's gonna take a little water for a seed to grow. Well, there ain't a door I ever heard of that opened on its own. So asking you just might receive more often times than not. I never asked for nothing, so nothing's what I got. Asking you just might receive more often times than not. I never asked for nothing, so nothing's what I got. Thank you. Thank you very much. So this has been a completely reasonably normal, ordinary year, huh? I was talking backstage to James, and then I relayed this story again to some friends that I met out in the parking lot right before they came in, that I just figured that this is the longest span of time, because this is actually the first show I've really played all year. I got to do a little show here in February where I came up and sang some classic country songs with a Standards and Classics show, and that's the only time I've been on stage all year, and I realized that that's the longest time between shows that I've had since I was 14 years old. And I was wondering why I was feeling so crazy. I guess everybody's feeling a little bit crazy, but it's been really good to just be up here playing a couple songs again, trying to remember them and remember what it feels like to sing them. So it means a whole lot that y'all are out here. I think it's real important that we try to show up to these kinds of shows if we can and donate to keep these places open because, in Nashville where I live now, we've had a lot of places that are kind of storied old venues that have unfortunately not been able to weather the way through this year, like have had to close shop. And I think it's super important that you guys are here. I really appreciate it. Let's see, what should I play? I'll play a new one here. Actually, yeah, let's play a different new one. How about that? I've been trying to be productive during this whole downtime and been working on a new record, working on writing, so I'll try out some of those songs on you because I hadn't had anybody else to try them out on. And God knows I won't show any of my songs to my wife until they're recorded because I'm too embarrassed. So.
Well, I know there will come a day when I'll return to where I came, ashes to ash, dust to dust. Well, time, it ain't on no one side. If it did let me decide, I don't think it'll ever be enough. There's just too many books to read, songs to write, and things to see. Like to get around to all that stuff. I never used to think about how time was kind of running out, and I don't think it will ever be enough. If life is short, say compared to what? It's the longest thing that anybody's ever done. The Lord knows I'll try again tomorrow to beg or steal or borrow, but I don't think it'll ever be enough. My share of lonely years, but I would not trade one single tear. Fell with me, I have to give you up. Well, Lord willing, we got plenty time, but even if we never died, I don't think it'll ever be enough. If life is short, I say compared to what? It's the longest thing that anybody's ever done. The Lord knows I'll try again tomorrow to beg, steal, or borrow, but don't think it'll ever be enough. Lord knows I'll try again tomorrow to beg, steal, or borrow, but don't think it'll ever be enough. I don't think it'll ever be enough. Ever be enough. Thank you. Let's see here. I was a few years ago. I got this email from. Well, this makes the story funny. So I got this email in the subject line came from, or the sender was kind of a well-known booking agency in the country that like books like really big people, and I was like, oh, all right, here we go. This is a good one. So they emailed me and they wanted me to
hire me to play this show. And I was like, oh, this will be great. And they were like, oh, we're going to hire you out for one of our contractors. I think play like cover songs and some of my own stuff like that. So I was kind of like super excited about it and got on the road, started heading for this place. And then I started to realize that the venue, I kind of passed this grocery store and I was like, well, there's nothing else on this road. Is this where I'm supposed to play at? Pull up, and sure enough, I was supposed to play at this grocery store. It was kind of like down south, we have like a Winn-Dixie. It was like a Winn-Dixie, something like that. I swear. It wasn't that. I'm not going to use the names to protect the guilty, here. So we pulled into this place, and we were supposed to play this tent kind of outside in the grocery store parking lot, but it, of course, started to rain. So they had to move me inside, and so I was playing at the magazine rack behind the cash register next to the lottery machine where you go put in your get your own scratch offs or whatever lottery tickets. And so I was sitting there, I was probably playing an old Merle Haggard song, and people would just walk in like their bathrobes and like their slippers and stuff, looking at me like they were looking at me like I was out of place, I was like, hey, at least I wore my shoes, man. But anyway, I was sitting there in front of that magazine rack, and I thought to myself, I was like, man, Mom always told me that one day she was going to walk down that magazine aisle and see me. Bet she didn't think it was going to be like that. Jeez, that's true. I swear that story's true. And I wrote this song kind of about that. This is about watching your life pass you by while you're on the road playing music. Well, time flies by in the rearview mirror. I know the end is closer than it appears. I've been running on fumes and grinding gears. All of these days it takes all my might to keep this thing between the lines. Living my life in the passing lane, headed downhill like a runaway train. I'm gonna die trying one of these days, living my life in the passing lane. By trying not to think about the things I miss, or how long my baby's gonna stand for this. Lord knows you can't pay the bills on beer and tips. Lord, I guess I finally realize why no one in this town retires. Living my life in the passing lane, headed downhill like a runaway train. I'm gonna die trying one of these days, living my life in the passing lane. I wish I had a loop pedal. I just realized I can't play it solo by myself. Close enough. Now I've been living my life in the passing lane. Lord, I'm just headed downhill like a runaway train. And I'm gonna die trying one of these days. Living my life in the passing lane. Living my life in the passing lane. Headed downhill like a runaway train. I'm gonna die trying one of these days. Living my life in the passing lane. Living my life in the passing lane. Lord, I'm living my life in the passing lane. Thank you. I swear that story's true too. You don't have to make the good ones up, yeah. This next song I'll play is another little true story here for you. First moved up to Nashville, I got an apartment on the south side of town. I kind of, I'll tell more of the story in the song, but just to set it up, somebody's girlfriend, I lived there with like 5 or 6 guys. There was one guy living in a closet at one point, I swear. It was a pretty big closet. Wasn't that big, but he had an air mattress in there for a while, so I think there was like 6 guys. There was one bathroom, and one of the guys had a girlfriend miraculously at the time, and she gave us this ceramic plate that we hung up on the wall near the doorway that had this like I think it had like a log cabin kind of painted on it, and over the top of it it said, "God bless this lousy apartment." And I thought that was funny when I first saw it. And then it started getting less funny over time. But I wrote this song about that place. And I think when I wrote the song originally, I was kind of like in that kind of bitter mode where I was just kind of down on it. Like, man, maybe at the time, maybe I was like 25. And I was like, man, I didn't think I'd be here when I was 25. I thought I'd be out on the road doing something else, something like that. But I think after I wrote the song, I kind of realized that I was writing about kind of a transitional period in my life. Like, you don't really have the opportunity often, especially after, it was right before I got married. Like, after you get married, just like sit around and play Nintendo and like drink Miller Lite out of a mini fridge with a whole bunch of guys, Like, hopefully, if I do it right, then I won't do that again, right? That stage of life. So I was kind of writing a little bit of a farewell to that stage of life, I think, in a way. And that's sort of what this song ended up being about. It started off kind of bitter, and then it kind of turned a little nostalgic by the time I finished it. But this is about that apartment, and every word of this song is true, too. The faucets all leak and the sinks don't drain. That's true. There's leftovers left in the microwave. But they say pride comes before a fall. So God bless this hole in the wall. Those $300 a month, no utilities. Ain't much in the way of amenities. There's a roof overhead, but that's about all. God bless this hole in the wall. It sure ain't where my heart is, it's just where I keep my stuff. It's nothing to write home about, it really much to be proud of. But my home's up the stairs, past the kitchen, down the hall. God bless this hole in the wall. Well, my downstairs neighbor smokes inside. Whole place smells like a bar in the wintertime. Well, then he bangs on the ceiling when I play guitar. God bless this hole in the wall. It sure ain't where my heart is, it's just where I keep my stuff. There's nothing to write home about, ain't much to be proud of. But my home's up the stairs, past the kitchen, down the hall. God bless this hole in the wall. Well, who would have thought that I'd hang my hat between a car wash and a laundromat? Well, I guess before you fly, you got to learn to crawl. So God bless this hole in the wall. God bless this hole in the wall. Thank you. Appreciate that. And thank y'all to whoever is watching on YouTube, on streaming. Appreciate y'all tuning in. And of course, thank you guys for being here in person as well. It's nice to see some people. I don't know what time I started at. Do what? Oh, my watch is an hour behind. I was like, oh, it's only 8:10. How is that possible? Central Time, sorry. Jeez, I just got like mad confused there for a minute. There's a fading light across the evening sky. It's putting up a fight, but slowly turning into night. I watch the darkness grow out my window, and it stirs my soul, 'cause I think deep down I know that it won't be long. Days are numbered, sweetly all that I'm counting on. Now I know one day a day is coming. I don't know when, but it won't be long. Like it always does for the lucky ones, 'cause it don't for everyone. It's another night survived, it's another chance to try to go on out and find at least one good reason why. 'Cause it won't be long, my days are numbered, sweetly all you can count upon. Now I know one day a day is coming. I don't know when, but it won't be long. There's a shadow now that follows me around, barely makes a sound, just always there in the background. If no one else is near, whisper in my ear, you were just a man, someday you will disappear. And it won't be long, my days are numbered, sweetly all you can count upon. Well, I know one day a day is coming. I don't know when, but it won't be long. Now I know one day a day is coming. I don't know when, but it won't be long. I don't know when, but it won't be long. Don't know when, but it won't be long. Thank you. It's a new one there. Sorry that all my quarantine songs are kind of sad, but we are in a quarantine, for God's sake. What do you expect? You want me to write Twist and Shout while I'm locked in my basement? Come on. We're going to get pulled off YouTube because I said that? That's copyright infringement. Sorry, guys. Thank y'all for listening. I'll play another one off my my last record. I figure I should probably play those since people actually have that record and not the one that I haven't made yet. If you guys don't have a copy of the record and you might like one, I'm selling them outside or out in the lobby there on CD, on compact disc. I don't have them on vinyl yet. That's expensive. If you want it on vinyl, then maybe I'll put up a Kickstarter because I'm not gonna be able to fund that one on my own. Let's see, what else should I ramble about while I figure out the next song? Let's see. This is kind of a song about taking things for granted at the time, and then when you look back, you realize you took them for granted. I know another real upbeat one for you. Well, I've been wishing my life away. It's the only way I know to make it through the day. Knowing something better's waiting down the road a ways. It's funny how you never realize until it's passed you by. Wishing my life away. I was praying for the morning light before the night was even young enough to cry, before the stars had even had a chance to shine. Oh, well, I guess I could have called a friend and found some trouble to get in, just wishing my life away. Well, they ain't handing out prizes for growing up too fast. Life's a race you won't mind finishing dead last. When you wake up one morning wondering where the years have gone, you might get what you wish for after all. I was so worried about the coming days that I never let myself enjoy anything. I just tell myself that I didn't need it anyway. Oh, who'd have thought that trying to save a buck could ever cost so much? Just wishing my life away. They ain't handing out prizes for growing up too fast. Life's a race you won't mind finishing dead last. So when you wake up one morning wondering where the years have gone, you might get what you wished for after all. You wake up one morning wondering where the years have gone. You might get what you wish for after all. I've been wishing my life away. Thank you. You guys enjoying yourselves this evening? Does it feel good to be out seeing music? Good. feels good playing music. Like I said, man, it's been a long stretch of not playing music for a while. And it's kind of funny because when you try to do this stuff for a living, sometimes you get it in your head that it sucks and you don't want to do it anymore and you hate it like every day and you want to quit and like burn your guitar, that whole thing. And then you go without playing shows for so long that you're like, oh yeah, I remember that I used to really like doing this. So this can't thank y'all enough for coming out tonight. This is about the closest thing that I've ever written to a love song. It is technically a love song. Yeah, no, it is. Hope you like it. I might put it on the next record. I have to tell you, I got the idea for this song when me and my wife moved and I had to put an IKEA bookshelf back together. If y'all ever put something together again and then you start looking around and realize that you have a whole bunch of pieces laying around that you didn't end up using, that's where I got the idea for this song, because you start to panic. That I can't pronounce that Norwegian, Swedish word, whatever the hell it is, but it's supposed to go someplace. But that's where I got the idea for the song. But it's not really about IKEA. It's a metaphor. Well, I've got spare parts from my last broken heart. Somehow more what I had to start. Well, I've got spare parts. Well, I tried to fix it best I remembered it. Hope it runs when I fire it up, 'cause I've got spare parts. But if you see something that you might need, anything you can use, what's left of it might be the perfect fit. I've got spare parts. Well, he took a piece of you, like lovers often do, but I'll try to make it good as new, 'cause I've got spare parts. And if you see something that you might need, anything you can use, what's left of it might be the perfect fit, 'cause I've got spare parts. Maybe it'll be a perfect fit. I've got spare parts. Well, I've got spare parts. from my last broken heart. Thank you. It's a fairly new one. It's about as sappy as I'm comfortable getting. Well, I'm just going to play a couple more. Again, thank y'all so much for listening. Thank you. Let's see here. I wrote this song fairly recently. Well, it feels recent. I don't even know how long ago it was, but this is just kind of I guess an observation about what tends to happen in relationships sometimes. The way people treat each other, stuff like that. All the boilerplate relationship stuff there. But I got the idea for it. I was sitting in a hotel room, and I like to bring a lot of books with me whenever I go out on the road, just so that if I get bored of something, I can flip through something else and try to stay off of social media, because that makes me crazy. And while I was out on the road, I went to a bookstore and I found a little collection of Robert Frost poems. And I was like, oh, I don't really read a whole lot of poetry. I should probably at least bring this with me to a coffee shop so that people think that I'm really smart. So I picked it up and I started reading, and there's a great famous poem that a lot of people that are into poetry would probably recognize, but it's a poem called The Mending Wall. And it talks about these two neighbors that share a property line. And every so often, they have to meet in the middle in order to help reconstruct the fence that separates their two properties. And the refrain that a lot of people remember, too, that's kind of become a bit of a colloquialism now, is good fences make good neighbors. That was kind of the refrain of the poem, that, you know, if you build a good boundary between you and your neighbor who you don't like all that much, then, you know, you have a good relationship, you know. Keep your stuff in your own yard or whatever. And I was just kind of thinking about that, about how that was kind of a funny thing with relationships, because it seems like a lot of times we do build up walls between each other, and that doesn't really tend to work too well when you're trying to have a marriage or, you know, a good friendship or something like that. And that kind of sparked this tune here, so I hope you like it. Is wasted on the young. I guess we're using it all up, 'cause I saw almost 30 years go up in smoke. A long time coming, I suppose. As these things will often go, we all start casting stones, one for every time we've done each other wrong. I thought by now I'd have known that every mountain started small, and every stone you throw is helping build a wall. Well, good fences make good neighbors, but good love's a wrecking ball. Love ain't never in a rush. It knows when to bite its tongue. thought. Well, every mountain started small, and every stone you throw's helping build a wall. Well, good fences make good neighbors, but good love's a wrecking ball. Well, every mountain started small, and every stone you throw's helping build a wall. Well, good fences make good neighbors, but good love's a wrecking ball. Well, good fences make good neighbors, but good love's a wrecking ball. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's see here. I think I got time for maybe two more. I'll do another up-tempo one for you, because I only have like two, so you gotta spread them out, you know? I kind of thought it'd be fun to try to write like an old honky-tonk country song, but kind of from a little bit of a different perspective. I think a lot of country songs are about like already having your heart broke. You know, you write, you know, a tear in your beer and all that kind of stuff, which is fine. I like those kinds of songs a lot. But one night I was sitting over at this bar in Nashville, fairly early on when I moved over there. And it was kind of at that point where I only knew a couple people, and I was just kind of sitting by myself at this bar across from this place that I was working at. And they had a jukebox going with like old classic country songs, Merle Haggard and George Jones songs, all these kinds of like kind of sad country songs. And I remember just like drinking a beer and being like, man, I don't even remember what it feels like to have your heart broken. Like, I'm so alone. Like, it was so despondent, you know? And so I thought, like, as a funny, sort of a sarcastic song, what if you wrote a country song about wanting to have your heart broken? And that's what I did on this one. And just a little fun honky-tonk kind of number here. Oh, I have to put it in the right key, or else it's going to be too low. So this one's called Break My Heart Tonight. It's on my record out there that I've got for sale. Lately my heart ain't aching like it used to do. Ever since I've gotten over losing you. The trouble is I don't feel anything at all. Lord, I've heard every song on the jukebox, and the bartender cut me off. So hurry, somebody, break my heart tonight. I need something to remind me that I'm really still alive. So could you please help this old man? He don't know how to cry. Hurry, somebody, break my heart tonight. Tried most every combination that I could find. Half alcohol, half I'm so lonesome I could cry. recipe. Hey, good looking, do you think you could make a fool of me? That's 3 Hank Williams references in one song. How about that? So hurry, somebody, break my heart tonight. I need something to remind me that I'm really still alive. So could you please help this poor man who don't know how to cry? Hurry, somebody, please break my heart tonight. Look out, John Mayer. Hurry, somebody, break my heart tonight. I need something to remind me that I'm really still alive. Could you please help this poor man who don't know how to cry? Hurry, somebody, break my heart tonight. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think I'll just do one more. This is the last track on my last record. Not my final record, my previous record. Clarify that. Maybe it'll be the last one. I don't know this year, where this year's going. Who knows? I don't really have a very good story for this one. But on the record, we kind of decided to record it as a piano-led sort of a song. Kind of wanted it to sound like an old gospel hymn. I thought that would be kind of cool. But I originally wrote it like this on the guitar, so I recently did an acoustic version and released it. I've been doing these kind of acoustic EPs for the last couple months, just putting out acoustic versions of songs that were on the record and then some kind of off-the-wall cover songs that I thought would be cool, stripped down. So I did this version of this tune. Hope you guys like it. Again, thanks so much for coming out and listening and hanging. I guess we can be in the lobby if we have our masks on, so I'm going to be out there with the mask on at the merch stand after, selling CDs and t-shirts and stuff. If you just want to pop by and say hey, really means a lot to be up here playing, and it's really great to be coming to shows like this if you feel comfortable and keep places like this in business. Because like I said earlier, you know, unfortunately a lot of places aren't going to be able to make it, and we need as many of them as we can get. Man, yeah, just clap at that, man. I don't have anything else to say. I still think that live music is important. I think songwriting is important. It's good for you. It's good to hear some of your own life sang back to you sometimes. I still like to go see stuff too. And so I really hope that we can keep doing this. And, you know, I feel like this is a good way to do it right now. We can just sit a little bit further apart. We can still drink some beers and hang out, but whatever we got to do to keep the music going. So this is the last song. Thanks again for listening. My name is Taylor Alexander. If you guys like social media, you can follow me on there somewhere. Keep up with what I'm not doing right now. But maybe there'll be some more coming. Grown men keep their shirts tucked in and their hands out of their pockets. And grown men watch their language if there's anybody watching. Or if there's anything I could take back of all the things I did, I'm sorry for growing up, I won't do it again. Grown men go to college, they save their dreaming for the weekend. Well, grown men meet nice ladies, maybe even have a few kids. And when the pastor's talking, nod the head in agreement. 'Cause when you're all grown up, kind of stuff starts making sense. Well, I'm sorry for the times I kept you waiting up at night, for every ruined t-shirt and the dirt I drug inside. But if there's anything I could take back of all the things I did, I'm sorry for growing up, I won't do it again. Grown men go on diets and go easy on the cheap beer. And grown men take vacation only every other year. Well, they got all kinds of money, but no time to spend it. And when a grown man dies, they talk about how much he lived. Well, I'm sorry for the times I've kept you waiting up at night. Every ruined t-shirt and the dirt I drug inside. But if there's anything I could take back of all the things I did, I'm sorry for growing up, I won't do it again. If there's anything I could take back of all the things I did, I'm sorry for growing up, I won't do it again. Thank y'all so much. Give it up one more time for James Patrick Morgan. And thank y'all again so much for coming out tonight. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you to Eddie and Shalom for running sound back there, and for everybody for keeping this place safe and good for live music. It means a ton that you guys came out, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.